What up, y'all? It's Papa Z, and I'm back with another video. Man, look, do me a favor when y'all, as soon as y'all come in, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, because the content that I'm doing, man, I know I'm gonna get shadow banned for this one.
People say, why do we have a fully open southern border? Why is it you are willing to allow fentanyl to pour over and kill 100,000 Americans a year? Why is it you're allowing 169 people on the terror watch list last fiscal year to come over? And I think the only thing people can figure is that the Democrats are bleeding and hemorrhaging voters. They understand that they cannot fool people in this country any longer, so they have to import people. And the only reason you wouldn't want voter ID is if you want people who cannot vote to vote in these elections. It is insane.
Well, this is becoming the issue to watch. That was RNC co-chair Lara Trump with me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures, warning the Democrats are using illegal migrants to harvest voters.
I knew that's what they was trying to do. I knew that's what they was trying to do. They're trying to get voters. You know what I'm saying? Open the borders, let everybody in, and courtesy of Joe Biden. Hold on, let me be quiet, because I got some migrants right next door. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be quiet with this one, because I don't want nothing to happen, and I know y'all don't want nothing to happen to me. But anyway, I already knew this was the plan. I already knew this was the plan. That's crazy. You had a man up at a senator. He had put in an amendment to stop them from counting illegal immigrants. You understand me? He put in the amendment, and the Democrats in the Congress, they was tripping. They didn't even want that bill to be even heard.
When I put a simple vote forward that only citizens can be counted for the purposes of allocating congressional districts and electoral votes, the Democrats just went nuts. Chuck Schumer threatened to shut the government down. We ground it down to the very last hour. Finally, I think they had an important event that they needed to attend. They agreed to put it to the floor for a vote. And as you said, every single Democrat voted to not allow just citizens alone to be counted, but to also include the counting of illegal migrants.
You know what I'm saying? It went all the way down to the last hour for them to say yay or nay about if they're going to put this amendment in. And, I mean, they fought tooth and nail to not have this amendment even heard or even seen or even being voted on. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, but I know what I can see. And what I see is, like they said, they trying to get these illegal migrants to become voters. And in the Constitution, it says you have to be a citizen to vote. So this administration that's in office right now, they breaking all kind of administrative laws, all kind of constitutional laws, all kind of just laws, period.
The resolution says Biden, quote, has purposefully violated U.S. immigration law. Yesterday, Biden said he does not plan on taking any executive action to address the record number of migrants entering the country.
They trying to steal the election. You know, we've been hearing that word steal and stealing the election and all this. From who? We've been hearing it from Donald Trump, and it looked like that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel like it's wrong, because I'm a U.S. tax-paying citizen. These people ain't paid a tax. They ain't bought nothing. They over here looking for handouts, looking for somebody to take care of them. When we've been here our whole natural life, some of us, like me, I've been here my whole natural life, and I had to struggle to make it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got that $50, $60, $70 for a hotel room, I ain't gonna be able to stay in it. I can't go run to the city council and say, man, I need a hotel voucher. And they're gonna put me in something. They ain't gonna do that. So how do they got the legal right to vote? They don't. They have the illegal right to vote because, look, I'm going to tell you like this. They been plotting this. Watch this footage that I got.
Non-citizens have not been eligible to vote in New York or, as far as I know, in any other state since the 19th century.
That's not true. The New York City Council voted in December to allow this. It begins January 9, 2023. Cities in Vermont and Maryland already allow this, and similar measures are under consideration in Illinois, Maine, and Massachusetts right now.
If the gentleman will yield?
Yes.
I believe those are considerations of allowing votes in municipal elections only.
Right, but thank you. That's the point. Everybody wants to know at home, why would they allow this? Guys, they're allowing it because they're going to turn them into voters. They already are doing this in New York City, largest city in America, and this is the plan of our friends on this side to turn all the illegals into voters. That's it, folks. That's what's going on. See the video, you see droves of people, 2.4 million people coming over the border illegally. The president allowing, the Democrats in charge of Congress are allowing it. The deal is they're going to turn them into voters. You just heard it. They don't have any problem with that. They celebrate it. Here's the deal. We have a problem with it. The Constitution has a problem with it. American elections should be decided by American citizens. That's why we're so upset, because our constituents are frightened that we are losing our country. We're losing our security, we're losing our sovereignty, because we're going to allow people from 160 different countries around the world to come in here and decide our elections. That's it. Here it is on record. You all heard it.
Now, y'all think I'm playing, man. This is real. They've been plotting this. Now it's getting closer to election time, and they got over 10 or 12 million migrants over here, not let alone the people who from the terrorist watch list, not let alone over 20, 30 something thousand Chinese migrants over here military style. They've been plotting this for a long time. But dude went in there and tried to block the census. You know, if you count, if they using the census to count all these illegal migrants too, they're gonna make them become voters. I don't know the term. I think electoral votes and this and that. They'll be able to, in those cities that they going to, those sanctuary cities are all blue state ran, and the blue states and the administration that's in there right now, they see themselves losing the battle. So they trying to pull out anything that they can do to try to overturn the election.
The Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer, hated this vote. And it got down to the 11th hour on Friday night, just before the government shutdown. Finally, they conceded to allow us to vote on this. And what we found was something that I think we all know is true. The Democrats are pursuing this illegal migration process for power, for sheer power. The end game for them is just what you described, Liz. If you can get these illegal migrants into the country, if you can get them to blue states, then you're disproportionately affecting the voting power of those blue states, because illegal migrants are counted for the purposes of allocating congressional seats and for allocating electoral votes. My legislation would have stopped that and said you can only count citizens for the purposes of allocating congressional power and presidential power when you get to electoral votes. Certainly the Constitution is clear when it says only citizens may vote. The Democrats push back and say, oh, these illegal people coming here can't vote. That may be true right now, but they certainly are counted for the purposes of allocating congressional districts and electoral votes. And they proved on Friday night that that is the motive behind the crime at our border.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm with Trump. I ain't saying I'm with Biden. All I'm saying is whoever in there need to clean up this mess. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a mess. You know, some of us got kids out here that got to go to school and you know what I'm saying? And be by themselves all day. We ain't got time to be worrying about what our kids are doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as them being safe, we send them to places where we feel that they're safe enough for us to handle our business. Now we living in a time where it's just like you don't know who is what. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, I'm in beautiful Long Beach, out here at my homeboy house. And when I go to the stores or wherever, it's just, you know what I'm saying, you don't know who's who. So I'm just saying this to say that the election is going to be crazy. And I hope everything go well with it so we can get the person who's supposed to be up in office up in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be biased or nothing like that. I can't be biased. But if you open your eyes, you can see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people coming over here. They ain't being checked. You know what I'm saying? And it's dangerous. It's dangerous right now. But yeah, I'm gonna play a couple of clips. I just had the event, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna play a couple of clips so y'all can know what's going on. I ain't good with all the political talk, but I'll get there one day. But I'm gonna play these clips and y'all can see what's really going on. And then in the comment section, let me know how you all feel about illegal migrants, immigrants, whatever you want to call them, over here voting for a presidential election. Somebody ain't paid nothing, ain't did shit, ain't did nothing. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. And yeah, because I know how I feel about it. You know, I don't feel like it's right. You know what I'm saying? You came over here in this country legally and got your citizenship. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all love with that. And I ain't no racist. I ain't prejudiced. I ain't nothing. I'm just a person that feel like things have to be right. That's all. If it ain't right, it ain't tight, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I always say, protect yourself at all times. Keep your head on the swivel. God bless you. This time I'm going to say God bless me. And I'm out. Papa Z. Peace.
It's impossible to overstate what's going on the southern border. Last year we had more illegal crossings in the United States than natural births here in the United States. You now have more illegal immigrants that have crossed than the population of 36 different states. You have over 20,000 military-age men from China that have come across. I'll let the viewers speculate as to why they think that is. You have over 300 individuals that were on the terrorist watch list that were apprehended, which begs the question, how many on the terrorist watch list were gotaways and that are in the interior of the United States right now waiting to unleash havoc whenever they get a call from the Middle East to unleash an international day of jihad? This is a catastrophe. There's one person responsible, that's Joe Biden, and there's one person that can reverse it, and that's Donald Trump.
I mean, is this about voting in the upcoming election? Because there just seems to be lots of speculation around this, as Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, says that he's vowing to fight any voter ID laws. I find this amazing that the Attorney General is telling us he's going to vow to fight voter ID.
It's quite remarkable. You can't rent a car in this country without showing an ID. There's office buildings in Washington, D.C. you can't get into unless you show an ID. But then to vote, that you don't need an ID. And the Democrats had basically admitted that one of the reasons they want illegal immigrants is so they can have an inflation in the census and expand the areas that are under Democrat-controlled areas. So they can inflate the Electoral College. They can inflate their representation in the House of Representatives. And just this week, in the Rules Committee, Congresswoman Jayapal from Seattle admitted that she thinks that illegal immigrants should be able to vote at least in local elections. That's just a precursor to allowing illegals to vote in federal elections, which is going to dilute the votes of American citizens. So they're trying to do this to dilute votes, to increase representation in the House of Representatives. They're also the Blame America First crowd, and they think that we somehow deserve this influx of immigration for some kind of perceived crimes that Western civilization has committed. Totally backward thinking. But again, going back to Biden, he had 94 executive orders that undermined what Trump did when he was president in his executive orders. Biden could end this crisis tomorrow.
Yeah.
He could reinstate catch and release. He could increase. He could go back for the border increase for the border patrol, and he can make sure that we finish parts of the wall. He could end the asylum program. There's so much that he can do. Again, 94 executive orders. There's one person that can bring those executive orders back, reverse them. That's President Trump. That's why this election is so important.
So the jig is up. Okay, the jig is up. Now we know why we have this wide open border, putting our country in a vulnerable position so that we could see more voters on the Democrat Party. This is outrageous, Adam Johnson.